Hello, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I've been doing a series of videos on using ChatGPT to do Midjourney prompts, and I've started working with Midjourney 6.0, and throughout much of December I've been talking about using a catalog approach, and I found that has worked very, very well. So I'll talk some more about that. But first, I'll start out just showing some of these images. So here's a Monet lily pad. I was blown away by this image. This just looks an awful lot like Monet. I wonder what version 7 is going to be like. Um, it's just so much better than the previous versions. And just like one of the things that I noticed is that if you go to a museum and look at a real Monet, you'll see the sort of things that you see in this image, which is just lots and lots of different colors kind of smushed or, dabbled together, and they create a certain effect when viewed at a distance. So if you look really close, you see the paint applied to the canvas, and you don't really see the picture, but you see just so much paint. And one of the things that I've wondered about is how the painter could know what it would look like at a distance. Like, would they paint a bit and then step away and see what it looks like and be going back and forth, or just have an idea of how the paint applied, close by as close to you as you have to paint at a canvas, and then just know what it would look like at a distance, and kind of walk away and see it, coalesce. And an analogy would be musicians, that they're like a great pianist can be playing at the piano and not just playing for himself to hear what the music will sound like to him, but will know how the music will project and sound to the audience. And in this picture here, if you look at the water, for example, um, it seems like the same sort of thing that close up, you don't really see it. But if you like for example, here's the full painting. I made this as big as I can, having it in a browser. But if I go to a smaller version, we find that here in the Discord server, um, like here. Okay. So I'm not sure how this will look like, from the YouTube video. But if you get the right perspective, I mean, this really, excuse me, looks like a deep pool of water, the way that the blue is. And just, uh, I mean, the way the light comes in, the way the water is captured, all of this sort of thing is, it's just amazing to me how the AI has progressed in being able to pick up a lot of the nuance. And in the earlier versions, uh, something I noticed was a lack of nuance, a lack of differentiation of color. So you might just see like 5 colors or something, and the whole painting in here. This is much more what you would see in an actual Monet, where I mean I don't know how many colors there are here, but there's dozens of different colors, and again, I can hardly wait to see what version 7 is going to be like, or maybe even the full version, because we're still just in alpha. But I found this incredible. So I'll look at a few more. This is a constable, and just look at that sky. And this is just, I think, an amazing image. I'd say that it still has difficulties capturing people, but when it comes to, at times I should say, sometimes they come out great. But when it comes to these landscapes, look at the way these clouds are. I would be really, well, I'm not an expert, but and I would be really hard pressed to know that this was an AI that created this image. Really amazing. So here's another Monet, and I'd say this has really, captured the style, uh, the feeling of seeing a Monet in a museum. It's it's really really cool to see this sort of progress that the AI's made. And then here we have the Thoreau, and I thought it did a really nice job capturing the feeling of the pointillism and uh, something that I missed in previous versions. Especially if you go back to like version 4, the version 4 paintings, they didn't really look like paintings. They looked like photographs or kind of something in between a photograph and a painting maybe. Just you couldn't see the brush strokes, the texture, and here it just looks like a painting. It's very nice. I'll show two more. So this one here, okay, this is an example of how, and it doesn't have the people quite right. Like if you look at the faces, they're a little bit off. Um, and this is still an alpha, so I'll be interested to see what the actual released version looks like. But if you look at the style, it has nailed it. This is a Monet, and this has really, really captured the feeling that you get if you look at this style of impressionism. And here's the last one I'll show, and this is another Monet, and here it's really gone to uh, lengths to kind of have the impressionist style in the sense of the paint is creating an impression of the rain and the mist, and it's very out of focus. uh it's it's not quite perfect, but it's getting there. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so let's talk about the prompts. So in order to do the prompts, I let's see, let me first go, well, actually, so I'm not hopping back and forth. This is my own server in the Discord, and I experimented with a different uh, style, the dash dash s, and found that sorry, I'm hopping around here, trying to find where I did that. I think it was a little bit further up. And yesterday, I think it was, I was playing around with the photographs, and I saw that I really liked the S50, the lower stylization. And then with the painting, I thought I would try the different uh, stylizations as well. And so here we have uh, a 250, and here we've got a 50, and here we've got a 600. All right, so let me try to blow these up a bit. Okay, so this is the 600, and this and they're pretty, but uh, they look kind of to my eye, more like a photograph. Um, Although, like if you look at the clouds, that clearly looks like a painting, but you don't really see the brush strokes, and it's a much clearer sort of image, and doesn't have the Monet feel to it that I see when I look at, say, this is with the 50, especially this one in the upper left. And this just amazed me. when I saw this one, because it just is so close in terms of the feeling that you get. Um, when you look at a Roman A. So, and then let me do the 250. So this one's kind of in between, but I tried these different styles, and my preference was for the low one. The same was with the photographs. And so I made all the prompts have a stylization of 50. So in order to get the prompt, okay, now I'll go to the Midjourney uh, Discord server, and uh, let's see if I can. Okay, so on the right hand side here, I put in V6 for in the search, and just go down just a little bit. You can find this, and so it says helpful V6 information, and these are a number of facts on how to do V6, the version 6 prompting, and it's got 4 different topics. And so what I did was I copied and pasted this information into ChatGPT, and then I taught it, I guess, using this, how to do the version 6 prompts. And so this would be a good technique if you want to work with ChatGPT, or just, with yourself, learning how to do the version 6 prompts. And it points out in this very first one how it's quite a lot different than the version 5 or previous versions. And I would say in particular, there's 2 big ways that it's different. One is that it is much, much better at understanding natural English. And that makes it a lot easier to do the ChatGPT prompts, because ChatGPT, by just naturally, likes to write in natural English. And the second big thing is that the prompts can be quite a bit more detailed. And so it talks about, how to do that. And so I gave it all of the rules, and also I gave it a number of example prompts that the Midjourney staff, gave as examples. I taught it how to do the prompts. And then once I got a prompt, then I went into a catalog system kind of strategy. So I'll show that. So I made a number of these catalogs. I made a photographic one and an art one. So this is the art one. And the way that I went about it was the catalog has 100 prompts, 10 sections of 10 prompts. And so let's see, hopefully this is maybe viewable. I'll try to make this just a little bigger. Let's see. All right. So, all right, that should be easy to see. So I have 10 sections, and each section has 10 prompts. And then, so there's 100 artists, 100 prompts all together. I had ChatGPT look for a list of 100 artists from the internet and write them all out as a comma separated list, and then use it to create all of the prompts. Again, took some effort to get the first prompt just right, but once I got one prompt that I liked, it was pretty easy to copy or cookie cut, have it just keep doing more and more prompts in the same way until I got all 100 of the prompts. And then the next step was, I guess at the very end, I told it, I have notes, and basically explain how I wanted it to use the catalog when working with the user. and how you can do things like, for example, something I like to do would be explore different locations. So I could say, give me half a dozen or a dozen prompts featuring Paris, and it's instructed to look through all of the artists that it has in the catalog and then try to choose the ones in particular it would think could do a good job and representing the particular theme that you gave to it. And then it has some other instructions in here about how to interact with the user. And if you're interested, you can, look into the script. And so I will publish the script. So that's the art one here. All right. And on my blog, I will refresh. So here's the photography catalog. And now it should bring up the art one. Here's the art catalog. And I will provide the URL for the script. And you can copy and paste it and uh, play around with it. And hope you get as much enjoyment out of it as I have. And thank you for watching. Until next time.